In this episode, we're going to talk about another really cheap video lighting option for you. I'll call this one the wall of light. Check this out. Now, in the original really cheap video lighting series, we talked about using these clamp lights you can buy from your hardware store, putting compact fluorescent bulbs in them, aiming them at your actors. If you wanted to soften them up a little bit, putting photographic umbrellas in front of them to shoot through and shoot away from there. And that's actually a pretty good look under most circumstances. But if you're not sure you want to invest in those photographic shoot-through umbrellas, which cost about $25 each or so, here is another option for you. Now, what I have on this side in this case is I have a white nylon shower curtain, which was actually an old one that we had around the house. And on the other side, so it's right here in front of me. And on the other side of it, I have a whole series of clamp lights and compact fluorescent lights shooting through it at me. And I do have a couple of, just so you're aware, instead of all clamp lights, I actually do have some soft boxes, but they just have regular old compact fluorescent bulbs in them as well. So what I'm trying to do here is just get as much compact fluorescent bulb light power on the other side of it. And they're set back about half a meter on the other side of the shower curtain. And that really diffuses the light, creates a very, very soft, I think flattering light for your subject or for your talent. Now, a couple of things to be fair. I do have a hair light up here above me and another backlight over here on this side, just to sort of fill out the look and give it a little bit more dimension. But this is another great option if you are, say for example, doing hair, makeup, beauty tutorials. This could be a really good option for you. You'll notice what happens is the light is coming primarily from this side, and it wraps around and sort of falls off and creates these sort of kind of pleasing gradual shadows as opposed to super hard lined shadows. So it's flattering in that fashion. Now, in terms of suspending the shower curtain, there are obviously a number of options you could use. I'd recommend you just be creative and do what fits within your budget. In my particular case, I happen to have, again, as a photographer, I have a backdrop stand, which I purchased from B&H Photo for about $75. It's the brand, I believe, is Linco. It's not awesome. I'm not necessarily recommending that. It has some issues with it. Some of the screws stick out and they catch on things, which is kind of annoying. It is really sturdy. So, again, I could go either way. If I were going to buy another one in the future, I wouldn't buy this brand. I'd probably look for another one. But you could also do some other more creative things. You could buy a dowel rod or a shower curtain from, a hardware store or from your local home and bed and bath store, and suspend that from the ceiling somehow. So there are lots of options if you depending on your budget. So I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for checking out the show. If you'd like more videos on how to improve your lighting and sound, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again soon.